The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Tulsa Drillers and the Corpus Christi Hooks. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. And let's also get a brief look at our 2 starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. David Boucher will dig in, and as you can see, he's got that average up near the 400 mark to start the season. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, nothing in 1.
And EK, I don't know about you, but I really hated getting a bad call on that very first pitch.
Hey, jeez, it puts you just in a terrible frame of mind.
Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. Two out with the man at first. The 1-1 home. Runners going. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Throw down to second here is by him and into center field. And he will make it around as he gets in there at third on what was a terrible throw.
Disappointing for him behind the plate because I think he had a good shot at throwing his man out. But as you can see, this throw just sort of takes off on him and it goes straight into center field.
Stay hot now. Nobody better. Nobody better.
Runner away from third. Now the pitch. Fouled back. The men on third with 2 down. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout and the play at first. David Boucher will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
Come on, big guy. Hey, come on, guys.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul.
Go up, go up. Come on, big guy, get your pitch right here.
And he swings and hits this ball high in the air and deep to left center field. Dahl is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out.
Well, we're still looking for that first run of the ball game. Thought for a second this might be it, but it just didn't have enough steam behind it.
David Boucher will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And here's a cut fastball, but he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that is over the wall, home run. So a two-run shot to left center as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, they're starting to make it look awfully easy out there. He gets a pitch he can handle. This becomes their second home run here in the inning, so they're starting to get some pretty good swings against him now.
David Boucher will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a two-run home run that really got his guys going.
Hey, nobody out. Nobody out. Come on, kid. Get on for us. Here we go. Here we go.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Dahl is underneath this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
Oh, no.
And with all the runs that have scored tonight, you'd think that ball would have had some carry to it. I don't think he got that one flush, though.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Tulsa Drillers and the Corpus Christi Hooks. And before we get much further, here's a look at our starting lineups tonight. And let's not forget our 2 starting pitchers as you see how they match up for this one. David Boucher will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
David Boucher.
Runner holding tight at second, now the pitch. Now a slider hit pretty well, but he might have got under it just a bit as this is out toward deep center. Dahl is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. David Boucher will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
David Boucher.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
You kind of get the sense that he's been guessing up there on these first two pitches, and I think he's been wrong both times.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2.
Ball, kid, drop. Put him away. Give me best stuff right here. Here we go.
Here we go.
And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2.
Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here we go.
And his 0-2 is bounced on the ground to third. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
This is always a tough play for a charging third baseman. Everything's got to go right, and you see the good transfer, then the sidearm fling off of the right foot, and he does a nice job of getting enough on that throw to make the play.
David Boucher will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run, that's it. You can't underestimate how important a start this is when your team's on a losing streak. He has been phenomenal, and it's all thanks to him that they've got a good shot at ending this thing.
Now batting,
David Boucher will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now, and gone. Home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our top player of the game. The show's continuing coverage of minor league baseball is on the air. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series between the Tulsa Drillers and the Corpus Christi Hooks. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. And let's also get a brief look at our 2 starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. David Boucher will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Yeah, you know, first time through, he likes to start guys off with a fastball. And it's a good one, too. You know, he'll run it up there in the mid-90s.
Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Come on, baby, say hi.
And this is swung on and pretty well hit. Out to deep left center field. And out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his 3rd home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
David Boucher will try things again. He hit that 2-run homer his first time.
David Boucher.
Goes the other way with a curveball as this is banged into right center. It's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2 now. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Now batting, number 6.
David Boucher will stand in with a run in, 1 out and 1 on here in the inning.
David Boucher.
Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1.
A lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen, as you see there. You got to wonder how long they'll wait till they pull the plug.
Pitch out, nothing doing.
Come on, Larry, bring it.
Let's go, one more
All right,
time,
come on now,
baby.
one time. Get a piece.
Here we go, guys.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Hey, your pitch right here. Hey, come on now, come on. Hey, you hang till you get off, Kenny.
Now a ball hit sharply on the ground to third. 1 there. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. David Boucher will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
Hey, got a hold of right here. Here we go. Come on, let's get one. Your pitch right here. Your pitch. All right, you got this. Let's go.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
Okay, come on, big guy. Hey, now.
Nowhere to put him here as he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
Lined into left center. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home.
think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our tops player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle.
We're back here on the minor league pregame show. Before we get to first pitch for tonight's Texas League matchup, let's get a look at our Bowman Prospect Spotlight. David Boucher is in the glow as he enters this one, having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was one of those games he won't forget for some time to come. He was at the plate in some really important situations, and man, did he pull through. I'd say he kind of single-handedly changed the course of the game, and performance will be a tough one to match in this one. I know his manager and teammates are hoping he's got some more magic left in that bat.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. It's time for baseball, and we'll have it for you next.
And now, please welcome your host.
David Boucher will stand in, and he was a big part of the win last night as he contributed 3 hits to his guys' effort. And a foul tip held on to here at strike 1.
With the way this guy's struggling to throw strikes, I think I'd let him throw me one here.
Ball swung on and lifted in the air with some carry out towards left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Well, from a defensive point of view, this does cost him a run on the sacrifice fly, but at least they're finally able to get an out. Plus, the other 2 runners have to hold, so double play is still in effect if they can get a ground ball.
Now this pitch is lined into left center field. That's a base hit. Oh, and this goes right past him. And on the error, a run is going to score. David Boucher will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time.
David Boucher.
Here's the first offering. And this pitch is lined into center field, and he's going to reach with his second hit of the night. The relay, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Oh, and that's a nice job there in center field to come up throwing, and you see him square his body up to the target, and he puts this throw right on the money to get his man trying to take third.
David Boucher will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Hit hard but fouled to the left, and they'll try it again. Ready with another 0-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. And boy, what a battle brewing here as he fouls yet another pitch into the seats. Still stuck on 0-2. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground and reined in one away. David Boucher will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
Now he's working into his 5th inning out of the bullpen, so he's likely well beyond what was expected of him.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Both teams with an even 10 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And there you go. Now that potential winning run is on at first base. I don't think they'll try to bunt him over here either. Not with 1 out already. They'll be open for a gapper to try and end this right here, right now.
David Boucher.
Here's the first pitch. David Boucher is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
With the game on the line here, you got to make sure you're going after strikes.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Not much of a lead at second. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and he goes the other way with a fastball. He drives it out to deep right center field. Ball game! So a 3-run shot to right center field. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. 1 big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
And boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, he was
And welcome back, everybody. Matt Vasgersian prepping you for tonight's AAA PCL action. But before we get to the ballgame, let's have a look at the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. David Boucher will be our focus, and he'll join the AAA squad as an injury replacement. Not only that, but he'll be starting today as well.
Yeah, he's got to look at it like he's not just merely a warm body to use off the bench. He's got to see it as an opportunity to show the organization what he can do. He might make it impossible for them to keep him down, and then you never know what can happen. Before you know it, he could be playing in the show. And that's how this business works. If you play well and help a team win, they're going to find a spot for you.
Okay, Eric, Steve, and I are ready for baseball, and we'll have it for you next on the show. Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the New Orleans Zephyrs and the Oklahoma City Redhawks. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. And let's also get a brief look at our two starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there. David Boucher will be the batter.
Third baseman, David Boucher.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. Fouled back. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Shoemaker is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
David Boucher will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the fifth. And this is fouled back and out of play. Oh, and he goes down to get the fastball as this is hit well onto deep left center field. And he is going to ride this one right out of here. Home run. And there it is. With that swing of the bat, he's collected his first AAA home run. A nice moment for him, I'm sure.
You got that right, Matt. You know, there's nothing quite like circling the bases after driving the ball right out of the yard. And, you know, before he lays his head down tonight, he's going to replay that at-bat in his head over and over. He's one of their top prospects, you know, so this organization is going to look for a lot more of that from him.
David Boucher will step in now in a big spot here with runners on.
Keep in mind, he's got a home run here already. If he gets a hold of another one, he could tie up this ball game.
Grab your teeth, Big Doc. Here we go. Here we go. Nobody here. Nobody. Hey, let's go too.
Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Swing and a ball pretty well hit out towards left center. Colvin arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, Shake.
David Boucher will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
So a good job of collectively swinging the bats in this one, but if we had to single out one guy who outshined all others, I think it's the man who's... Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Oklahoma City Redhawks and the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. And then briefly, let's take a look at the 2 starting pitchers who get the assignment here. David Boucher will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Now a swing and a little soft ground ball down to third. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time, and we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Well, you know, sometimes when it's so cold out there and your fingers get just a little bit numb, it's not always easy to grip the baseball. And this is a throw that he should be able to make, but you know the conditions out there aren't exactly ideal.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. Cuevas will back up and put this away for a long out number 1. David Boucher will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
David Boucher.
And the first pitch here is pulled on the ground to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We'll see 8, 9, and 1. David Boucher will try again. 0 for 3 thus far.
David Boucher.
Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit on the ground to shortstop. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here. John Lennon. Strike oppose. He's our top player of the game. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor leagues. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Oklahoma City Redhawks and the Memphis Redbirds. And before we close in on first pitch, a look at the starting lineups here for the finale. And let's also get a look at our 2 starters in this one, as you see a couple of right-handers getting the baseball. David Boucher will get his first shot at it here. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
1 down now. 1 down.
Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Hey, your pitch. Drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. You'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
And this is grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again.
Hey, come on now.
Another 1-2 delivery.
Hey, let your man up there.
Now a swing, but not much behind it as this is lifted into shallow center. Number 24 backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it. So he stays with it and pulls it in.
David Boucher.
Here we go. Pick it up.
David Boucher is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1.
Boy, his control has been outstanding so far. And there's another pitch right on the black.
Here we go, guys. Let's go. Hey, let her rip. One side.
And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. Number 60 is there, and he has it for the out.
Yeah, just a little bit late here on the fastball, and this thing's almost by him when he makes contact. Still, he gets pretty good wood on the ball, but not enough to trouble the right fielder.
David Boucher will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. Like you say, you got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Number 60 has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out. David Boucher will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And this ball will be chopped foul. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1. Time to hand out Topps Player of the Game honors for this one. And guys, I think we can all agree that this fellow right here deserves it more than anybody. MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. David Boucher will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. And this is pulled hard but foul. Hope they brought their gloves for that one out there. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2. Now a ball hit in the air to left center. Schaefer arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. David Boucher will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. First pitch on the way. Way out in front as this is yanked foul into the seats in left. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. David Boucher will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. First things first, here's a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Now the first pitch, and he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats.
Come on now. Come on, let it fly right here. Hey, just you and him. You and yourself, let's go.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul.
Hey, get a good one. Hey, need you right here, one time. Here we go, fellas. Let's go. Let's go.
And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. David Boucher will go bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time.
Third baseman, David Boucher.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Long is there to make the catch, and it's a dreadful start to the bottom of the ninth. 1 pitch, 1 out. So a good job of collectively swinging the bats in this one, but if we had to single out one guy who outshined all others, I think it's the man who stands out right here. He's our top player of the game.